It wouldn't be a trip to Tokyo without visiting SENSOJI, one of the city's most significant and famous temples. SENSOJI Temple is one of the main draws of Tokyo's Asakusa district. The temple is perhaps the most revered of all Buddhist shrines in Tokyo. Also referred to as Asakusa Canon, you can find the shrine within the astounding temple complex in Asakusa, a prime region of downtown Tokyo. As you reach SENSOJI Temple, you will be welcomed by the Kaminarimon, the Thunder Gate, which dominates the temple's entrance. This striking gate has an innermost paper lantern enhanced with brilliant red and black tones, which in turn represent lightning and thunderclouds. Two stages are known as Fujin and Reijin, which symbolize the god of wind and thunder. You can find them placed peacefully on both sides of the Kaminarimon Gate. Isadori is a 250 meters shopping street located in the Asakusa district of Taito, Tokyo, Japan. It leads into the SENSOJI Temple complex, one of the largest and most famous in all of Japan. Because the temple and surrounding grounds are also popular, a large crowd forms in a kind of line to enter. Nakamizu Door is filled with shops that serve these crowds while they wait to enter the temple's grounds. Now, you might not think of ice cream as a very typical Japanese street food, but hear me out. First of all, I don't think I've ever seen any ice cream places with as large a variety. Of course, what you should really try is the matcha flavor. Almost everything in Japan comes in a matcha version, but matcha ice cream is a far one of the best. Candies makes for tasty treats while browsing the shopping street, and they can also be souvenirs. There are a number of options on Nakamizu too, ranging from strange, exotic traditional Japanese candies to standard sweets. Even your little kids will appreciate it. Dango was actually my first taste of Japanese street food. I have to say, as a first go, they were great because despite being mild, they still introduced me to the different flavors and texture traditional in Japanese cuisine. Filled with traditional street food and wide variety of souvenirs, Nakamizu Dori is a must visit for anyone in Asakusa. Since this shopping street features almost 100 stores and is usually packed with people, it's good to have a general idea of what's there before you go. Horifudo are essentially the Japanese version of keychains, so you can understand why they're great souvenirs. These wooden charms feature engraving of just about anything you can imagine. Many shops have a large selection of pre-made horifuda with English and Japanese names as well as saying and wishes. Rice crackers are a go-to snack for Japanese people, so you might as well get some for yourself while you're shopping on Nakamizu Dori. The most common variation you will find is simbi. These are charcoal-baked rice crackers, sometimes flavored with soy sauce. One of the first things that will impress you when you step onto Nakamizu Dori are the hundreds, maybe even thousands, of beautiful, differently painted Japanese lanterns at night. These are especially impressive. Kaminari koshi is another rice cracker snack you can buy on Nakamizu Dori. These are puffed rice crackers that are mildly sweetened. You might even think of them like Japanese Rice Krispies treats. They may include other ingredients like peanuts or flavoring. What would be a better way to remember your time in Japan than a beautiful traditional kimono? Naturally, kimonos are a popular souvenirs for tourists in Japan, and many shops along Nakamesodori cater to this. At the end of Nakamesodori is the Hosoman Treasure House Gate, marking the entrance to SENSOJI Temple's inner complex. This second, larger gate is also protected by statues on each side and features 3 large lanterns hanging above the walkway. There is a treasure house upstairs where ancient scriptures and temple treasures are stored, including some 14th century Chinese sutras. The impressive 5-story pagoda is easily visible as you walk along the path to SENSOJI and worth a visit, and especially worthy of some photographing. It is the second highest pagoda in Japan at 53 meters high and was built in 942 to hold Buddha's ashes given as a goodwill to Japan from Sri Lanka. In between the Hosoman Gate and main hall is a large incense burner. It's a ritual to gather around the incense burner and wave smoke over your body, an act that's believed to bring good health. The focal point of SENSOJI Temple is the main hall. The original canon image that was pulled from the river is enshrined here, and worshippers pay their respect by lighting candles and throwing coins into a box. As the oldest temple in Tokyo, SENSOJI attracts thousands of visitors each day who come to worship, participate in traditional rituals, and admire the temple's vibrant red buildings. One nice thing about Nakamesodori is that it's incredibly easy to get to. It's just 2 minutes and about 3 blocks from Asakusa Station. This is station accessible by various private metro lines in Tokyo: Tsubu Railway, Tokyo Metro, and Tui Subway. It's a major stop on the Jinsa line. The temple is dedicated to Guanyin, or Bodhisattva Kannon, the goddess of mercy and happiness, who is believed to have been protecting the people for over 15 years. SENSOJI Temple is more than just a Buddhist shrine, though the temple has credited plenty of highlights that will be sure spellbound you. So, if you're in Tokyo, be sure to visit this amazing temple. It will never disappoint you with the serene and meditative atmosphere. A visit to SENSOJI Temple should be included on every Tokyo's itinerary, not only because it's Tokyo's oldest temple, but it's the most spectacular one as well.